Today I'm going to show you how I made this cute little spring uh, project with Walmart stir sticks. They're the big stir sticks. They come 3 in a pack. And then I had these tongue depressors that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I cut those down so I can make the slats for the back. I used some Starbond Thick, and I added it to the each of those little pieces, and then I added a little bit of hot glue so it would stick really well. I just had to hold those down for just a little bit. They're Starbond Thick. So make sure you hold them down in place really well. And then I took some espresso or dark brown, I think it's Java or espresso, and I painted the entire piece. Make sure to do the sides also. And then I took my Posca pen for the centers of each of the flowers, and I used the yellow. And then I took Waverly Adirondack White chalk paint, and I painted. I had to put 2 coats. You always have to put 2 coats with the white for some reason. And so then I sanded down the centers of the flowers, and I added some Kills Dark Wax to each of those. And I went around the edge of all the flowers, and I did that too. And I kind of smeared it around with my hands. And then I just used Starbond Thick again and added all the centers to each of the flowers. They're scored so you can see where to place the centers. And then I took the Adirondack White with a chip brush and I painted the entire piece. And then I sanded it really well too. I wanted to get that rustic fence look. And I kind of placed them where I wanted them. And then I added some hot glue with some Spanish moss underneath each of them. You got to hold them down for quite a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but a few seconds. And then I add some pit berries in each of the flowers. I cut some with 3 pit berries and some with 2 and some with 1. And just add them wherever you feel like. And I did that with all 3 of the flowers, as you can see. So you just got to hold those flowers down. Just add hot glue and put the Spanish moss and then more hot glue and then add the pit berries. And then I decided to add a little tag for the top. So I cut one of the tongue depressors down. You just snap it in half. Use your a sharp utility knife. And then I sanded the edges of that piece. And then I took a piece of fabric that I had already coffee stained and cut it down, or I actually tore the edges so it would look all raggedy. And then I just hot glued that piece down. And I took my Stampin' Up! Stamps. These were old stamps. I found them on Etsy. I think they're from either 2015 or 2010. You can find old Stampin' Up! Stamps on Etsy or eBay. And I wanted to put the word bloom. And then I have my little tattoo paper bees, and I cut one of those out. I hadn't put the tattoo paper on cloth before, but I figured I would try it, and it worked. And you just wet the back, wait for a couple of seconds, and you peel it up, and there it was. And I dried it, and I took some Elmer's glue. I put quite a bit of Elmer's glue to hold it down really well. And I just dried that. And then I added a string to the back, and that was it. I hope you try this project. Follow me at Pickett's Crafts. Thanks. Have a great day.